Well, today we're going to be taking a look at, or should I say, a listen to a new wireless microphone set from Godox. It is the Virso M2, and it's to see is it really worth it or not. So let's do a quick unboxing. Inside you get the hardshell carrying case, which also has a built-in battery to charge all three devices. Once you open it, you get the two transmitters, one receiver, and when you put the transmitters and the receiver back into the case, they automatically begin charging again, so the batteries are always topped off. The transmitters and the receiver are made of plastic, but they still have a nice feel to them. On top you have a built-in microphone, a 3.5mm input for lapel microphones, and the power on-off button. On the side you have a reset hole and a record button, and yes, I say record button because these transmitters are able to record audio internally. On the other side, there's a slot for a micro SD card. Now, I tried a 128 gigabyte SD card and it worked just fine. Each unit has a built-in battery that'll last around 5 hours each, and in the battery case, they can charge all three units 2.5 times before the case needs to be recharged. The receiver screen is very nice and it will auto-rotate, which is really nice touch when you're mounting on top of a camera. You get two cables, one with a TRRS to TRRS cable, and one with a TRRS to TRRS cable for your smartphone. Two dead cats are included in the kit, along with two lapel microphones that measure 3 feet in length and a multi-USB Type-C cable. Now all three units in the case have a USB Type-C connector, so you can charge these separately when you're out on the go, or you can plug it into a power bank to keep them running continuously. Now Godox claims 200 meters, which is 656 feet, and we're going to test that also. By the way, all the audio that you've been listening to has been coming from this Godox kit, and no post-processing has been done to any of the clips, so what you hear is what you get. So let's talk about how to use this kit. The transmitters have an on-off button, which also acts like a mute button with a quick push, but you have to be very careful because when you're attaching it on talent, it's very easy to hit the button, and at least it'll show you a solid red LED light whenever the mute has been enabled. To record audio internally, you simply press the record button on the side and the red LED light will begin to start blinking. When you want to simply stop recording, you simply press the record button again and it stops recording and the LED light will turn off. Now the gain function is controlled on the receiver using the top dial, and you can choose which transmitter, whether it's A or B, is being adjusted. The receiver also has a 3.5mm headphone port to monitor your audio. Well, that's enough of the specs. Let's go outside and see how this actually sounds, and I'll use my daughter for a quick little test as well. Let's do that now. So when it comes to having a wireless microphone, are there advantages to it? Sure there are, because you can be this far away from a camera and still get nice clean audio. But the nice thing about this Godox wireless kit is that it takes internal recording. So you can take an SD card, a little micro SD card, plug it into it. You don't have to worry about the possibility of the internal storage corrupting on some of these other wireless transmitters that have built-in storage. With an SD card, you can just plug it in, pull the file right back off, and you can walk around. We'll see if it breaks up. And this is probably, I would say, approximately, I would guess about 40 feet away from the camera. So all in all, when you think about it, when you're 40 feet away from a camera and you can still get really good audio, that's a good thing. But let's see about the audio claim regarding distance with this Godox wireless microphone and see if it's as good as what they claim. By the way, editing Andre here. If you're wondering about the shots with the Sony FX30 and it has that little blue haze around it, I forgot that I had a little anamorphic lens cover that was on the outside of it, and what that does, it mimics the flares of the anamorphic lens that I was testing, and obviously in the daytime you can see it gives it that little bit of a blue haze around objects. Anyway, back to the video. And for that little thing, I'm going to have my daughter help me out. But first off, quick little audio test. I'm recording into the Sony FX30 right now. So it's going from the transmitter into the receiver into the camera. I'm at negative 12 dB set on the gain inside the camera. So this is what the audio sounds like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now the audio from the built-in recording, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does the built-in audio sound better than what the transmitted audio does? And that's a really nice feature, having that built-in audio. Let's do a distance test.
I'm using the lapel microphone and the transmitter is right over here. All right, let's start walking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 49, 51, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 70. Hi, I am Aaliyah and I'm helping my dad with this audio test. So I am doing club volleyball and school volleyball. I am also in honors band and I absolutely love it. It is so much fun and I play the flute. Another thing that I also really like about honors band is that there's like so many different people there and the instruments, like when you sound them all together, sounds absolutely amazing. I also like volleyball a lot because I'm very good at it, I feel like. Plus it's also just a very active and very fun sport. I also play basketball and I'm going to be playing it for school once school starts up with the basketball. All right. So yes.
Well, you know, since I said if you want to use it on a e-bike, I figured, well, I'll go ahead and use it on my one-bot and try it out with the dead cat attachment on the top of the transmitter just to see how it works with blocking out the wind noise. And let's get this guy up to 15 miles per hour. And just to see how it does with the wind noise, if it blocks it out or not. It is a kind of a loose design for the wind muff or the dead cat, but we'll see if it actually helps with the wind noise. But I can tell you one thing, I can see on the VU meter that it does register a much hotter signal with the wind blowing into it, so I hope I'm wrong, but I'm going to go with the assumption that it is picking up wind noise, but a good little test to see if the dead cat's any good on this. So, what do I think about this wireless microphone kit from Godox? Well, I think it's pretty nice, and I like the fact that you can use a micro SD card for all the internal recordings. The audio sounds pretty good on this, and on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 6 from the built-in microphone, and I would give it a 7 for the lapel microphone. I like everything that comes with this kit, especially the charging case, which makes it very easy just to put into your camera bag and go. Now, the dead cat actually really surprised me on how well that it did while I was riding my e-bike at 15 miles per hour, and it really blocked out all that wind noise. Okay, so let's talk about the cons. And the biggest, well, not the biggest con, but one of the cons of this wireless system is its transmission range. Now, it says that it can go 200 meters, and that may be in ideal conditions within line of sight from the transmitter to the receiver, but this is way short, and I never use a wireless microphone over 40 to 50 feet because if I need to use something longer distance, that's why internal recording on a wireless transmitter is so important, at least to me. Now, build quality is okay. Like I said, it's made from plastic, and it feels like that it might survive one fall, but not very many. Now, for me, the biggest con is going to be the price. Coming in at $249, that's actually more than what the Rode Wireless Go 2 is going for nowadays. And yes, this does come with a charging case. It comes with the lapel microphones, but there is a quality difference between the Rode and this as far as audio performance and its build quality. But it all really depends on what you're looking for. If you want something that's a one-stop solution that has a charging case, all the cabling, the dead cat, the lapel microphones, then this may be something that you're looking for. Now, product links in the description below, and if you found any part of this video helpful at all, please give it a thumbs up and make a comment below on it, because this really does help the channel a lot, and I'd like to thank you in advance for doing that. And of course, as always, I'll see you in the next review. Bye-bye.